Okay, 1891, good luck. Well, these symbols just mean we give a voluntary donation to lichess, both of us. So opponent, 7,600 games, that's really good. We can do the standard English, we could do the reverse Sicilian line. Let's do that just to have a little bit of variety. Can get slightly sharper, you can go F5, but I tend to be a bit more of a cautious player. Let's do it though. I'm a bit more of a cautious player. Let's just have a little bit of variety this game. If it goes wrong, it goes wrong. Okay, I'm going to get my bishop developed with a check and just look to castle. Okay, so for castle, takes, queen up guards everything, threatens the discovery, but it's not really a threat, I don't think. So let's just castle there. I can just drop the knight back if he... Oh, well done. I blundered my pawn, haven't I? Not paying attention. Well, that's how slack it is, isn't it? Wow. Yeah. He's seen that same thing and he's just missed the fact that he's got a free pawn. That is careless beyond belief. Okay, let's just push up now and then maybe get out the way. Here, this falls. That's very, very slack, isn't it? Very slack from both of us. What do I do? Rook across, knight down, up. Rook across. Yeah, I'm going to play it because I want to move my bishop up. I mean, I'm looking at knight out wide as well to kick the queen, but that is careless beyond belief, isn't it? That's what can happen though when you play random openings that you don't normally play. Now, do I want knight up? Take. No, my idea was still to play bishop up, so I'm going to play bishop up. I'll just take if he captures. Otherwise, I might just take and drop back or something. I'm still looking at knight up as well, but it's very risky if you experiment with openings in chess. I probably should not have done this, especially against a strong opponent. Because even playing my best, playing well, my opponent's still easily strong enough to win here. So my idea originally was to come here and just sit back. You might get knight down, but I'm not sure I mind that. Knight up takes. There, knight down trades, pawn takes. That feels kind of alright as well, knight up, but I don't really want the knight here. Okay, he's offered a draw. What's he seen? Why is he offered a draw? I'm just going to play knight forward. It's too early to agree a draw. Unless it's a hidden message to tell me that I won't be able to compete in the game later on if I don't agree a draw. That is possible. So here, I won't be able to guard. I'm just going to push the pawn up one, and if you push, I'll counter. Obviously, if you take, I can take back. Take, here, you hit my bishop, and the pawn's loose. I could have played c5, of course, but might have been best, but it obviously gives me a problem here, so he's gone back. So what about across, try and encourage a pawn push? Yeah, I'm going to hit the rook, I think. Knight out wide, at least it's pinned, even though he hits the pawn, or I could consider c5 still. That's what he's done, so I think I'm going to have to do it. Let's try and solidify this now. See, he could attack the pawn at some point. If I push that pawn, then I can't really push this one. So does it matter where we go? Let's just see if he gets really aggressive here. Because I can still drop back. Okay, so he has gone across and hit that pawn. So I assume I need to push the pawn. Queen up, not really a move, I don't think. Let's just push the pawn up. But he's made it more difficult to play b6 now. Maybe b5 might become a natural move. Okay, so he's played rook across. So have we got anything decent here? I'm just looking at queen up to connect the rooks. And here I guard this pawn. I'm freeing up the rook to come across. I mean, I could trade and break the symmetry, I suppose, give up the bishop for the knight, but it's one of them pawn structures where you think the bishops could end up becoming quite strong. So here, trade, or not as the case may be, but the pawn. Rook across. say queen over. I guess that encourages up and up, doesn't it? Yeah, let's just play rook over. I don't think he'll take here, but he could. Knight in I probably will trade. I think knight in and I will trade. That's what he's done, so I'm going to take that. Now I'm going to try and get the pawn forward at some point. Oh, he's gone with the rook. Okay, I think I should trade that as well. Then maybe I've got bishop in. Oh man, if he goes here, he covers, doesn't he? That's what he's done. Offering a draw again. Why is he offering a draw again? Yeah. I'm looking at queen across, bishop up. That's my concept. I've got to be really careful, hold on. I pawn down and bishop in. But I'm looking at this to play bishop up. And I hit the pawn in the process, so pawn down, take. Yeah, let's go here. It's a real risk this, because I'm allowing this, but I'm hitting the pawn directly. But I have got a protected pass pawn if I can keep it, if this doesn't collapse. Simple hit to the pawn. Now he can obviously guard. He's guarded with a queen, but now I can come forward. Take, 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 and that feels like a real nice position to me, so that's what I'm going to play. It doesn't mean it is a real nice position, but it feels like it. Feels like we've got the initiative with the protected pass pawn. Okay, so now if I just take, king up. What else do I do here? Here threatens this as well, doesn't it? But he can go here. Then I can just drop back. If he takes, I can still take in the same way, but I'm threatening bishop up. Otherwise, if I take here, he's just got king here. Pawn down, I can just drop back to where I was. But my position could easily collapse open. The pawn can be given away at some point, and then my pawn chain gets chipped away. Yeah, is he allowed this? So the idea is this, but I've got to check right. Up. So here, if he comes up, I just take the queen now. I just take the queen. If he plays pawn forward, okay, so worst case, I can take the queen, lose a queen, gain a rook, lose a bishop, gain a pawn. It just wins on the spot, I think. Check, he can block. So it's right just to take the queen. Yeah, we got a win there. Collapsed out of nowhere, didn't it? Just collapsed out of nowhere. Let's see what it was in engine speak. So we pause so we don't accidentally start another game. 30 moves. They're the move tiles for both players. It also shows in the list there where your opponent's offered to draw. So let's just request an analysis. The position just collapsed out of nowhere. I took a real risk in the opening. Clearly, I messed up hanging a pawn early on because it's an opening I've not hardly ever played before, and I just wasn't paying attention. So that'll be where that was. So yeah, +2 for a couple of moves. +2 it could have been. Otherwise, it's relatively level. We've clearly got lots of mistakes here and there. We've been +2 and blundered it back as well. So 85 versus 77 on the accuracy. A little bit bolder than I normally play, but you should actually take there. You should actually take there. So castling was a straight blunder, allowing him to win this pawn, and he didn't do it. So I had to take back there. Yeah, just take the pawn. It's just a free pawn. And what can I do? Drop back. Maybe pawn up, but it's literally just a free pawn, and the opponent played too quickly. So I got back, and it's now back to level. We've been a bit better in places, and we've never really been much worse the rest of the game. And then it just collapsed out of nowhere. Oh, here I should have actually pushed the pawn on instead of bishop up, because this doesn't really achieve anything. No, there's a discovered check, but takes. It doesn't really achieve anything. So there's always something to learn from every chess game. So here he should have played queen back to guard the pawn instead of rook across. Again, we're still our level, or pretty much level, until the game really turns in just them few moves. So that was actually a blunder, and we should have played knight round to come forward instead of guarding my pawn here. So that was a blunder. Quite a little bit of a sloppy game, really, isn't it? A little bit of a sloppy game, and it's still level here. Still level here. Oh, in this position again, bishop up just to hit the rook and pawn. Rook can come across to guard, but it's given us initiative. Then maybe we can just simply plant our pawn here at the bishop. threatening to push on. That looks very strong, and it's just basic, simple moves. So bishop d2, rook e1, bishop takes c4. The rook e1 is the recommended move, not even to c1. So yeah, if you go to c1, I guess we just literally march the pawn down the board. So that was a mistake as well. I should have just played h6 here. But the mistake here, or my inaccuracy, actually led to the win because of a blunder there. And that's just another blunder as well. So we just win material here. In worst case, although you've got to guard your bishop, we can just collect another pawn here. Now we've got a permanent protected passed pawn. We could probably even just trade off. These are doing nothing. Just run the king up. Eventually you'll break through. So it is what it is. Not the very good quality game at our level, this one.